You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just because I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just because I laugh, as if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance as if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling and bearing in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, wow. There I go.
Gotta get a little comfy back.
Ain't nobody more comfortable than me right now.
He's back here cooling it.
I be cooling.
Get some light into the room.
Get some hour to get the shot
the extra light.
as soon as I hit record.
Nigga, Don took forever. What you mean?
Ouch.
Yeah, man. Nigga grubbing. I'm hungry right now. I could have ate.
I am.
Don't act like you don't got a chef.
Damn
Don't
hour.
act like you
You
got a
got an
personal
hour late
chef.
because shut your ass up. I don't want to hear you about the whole pod. Keep going.
Good, everybody. Welcome to episode 19. Reek is here, E is here, Nas is here, D is here, Ion's here, and Don is here. How is everybody doing today? How's everybody's weekend? How is everybody's feeling? What's good? We're gonna freestyle today. For all the fans that's out there, ain't no real structure to it. There's no like music, culture, sports, none that we really gotta hit. We just gonna sit here and just vent for a little bit, for real.
Well,
So
there's some stuff we gotta hit. It's just
it's definitely.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's definitely it's shit we got
there's
to.
some stuff we gotta hit, but it's just not,
it's not gonna be traditional.
normal.
just here.
It's very little happy news going on around the world right now.
For sure. Before we hop into it, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and if y'all can, take 5 seconds, just hit the share button at the bottom, post on y'all stories, and we'll be good to go.
Send to everybody in your family, man. We need all the people that can
And
hear
hit that bell on YouTube, man.
For sure.
Y'all get the notifications whenever we post.
For sure. So, how's everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling today? We gotta fix this shit.
How about you start?
Facts.
Ty?
Go ahead, big O.
First, RIP, of course. Rest in peace, rest in paradise, rest in heaven. Chadwick. That shit hurt. Not gonna lie. Nigga, I was waxing Buddy's ass on the live.
Please, yo, you cannot say that. You could.
Yes, you can.
I was giving that nigga the business, bro. Like,
But no, you waited too long to say on IG Live. You waited too long to say on IG Live. I was waxing Buddy's ass.
Yo, he was giving them the business.
bro. Yes, bro. Nigga, what was it? The final score is 13-5-1. Nigga, like, yes, like I punish him.
14-5-1.
That by definition, 1351 is a waxing of the ass.
That's a wax.
Oh yeah, very
14-5-1.
But nah, bro, and
The
I
promise
couldn't even get my last song off because we broke the news, and this shit just changed the whole vibe. Like
It's Darian's fault.
yeah.
It's Darian's fault.
I mean, it was one of the things that it had to be.
No, it's
said.
Darian's fault. It's Darian.
Nah,
We could have waited till
but
after.
Darian had niggas thinking that he was comparing.
Yeah, I thought you was
to-
roasting Buddy. Like, I
See?
thought you was roasting him.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
was
he
like,
made
Darian's
shorties on the live. He made them pissed off. Like he don't look nothing like Chadwick. They like, we like, man, why? The
yeah,
fuck
I
you
got
even
off,
say
and then
that?
like my mom's was next to me, and like my sister called, and she was like, "Yo, like Chadwick Boseman died." I'm like, "Yo, what?"
Yeah.
And like, literally, I went back to the live. Everybody's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, it
Yeah.
switched the whole vibe, man. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. 2020 is fucking, it's crazy, bro.
It's a crazy ass year.
Nonetheless,
Anybody else?
what he did was very historical, man. To put all those movies, 10 of them, 10, not even like just movies, great movies,
Great.
This catalog's pretty
Wow,
extensive.
from stage 3, and you know everybody knows like stage 4 is by far the deadliest of the deadliest, but stage 3 is some shit too. To do everything that you did, to go through all those physical barriers on stage 3 cancer, it's fucking magical. Like God blessed him to be around long enough to bless us
To
with
do
his
everything
art.
he wanted to do, man.
Like that shit is just crazy, yo. Like
He fulfilled everything that he wanted to do before he passed on, and he kept everything in house.
Yeah.
And
That's
Pause. E, I'm gonna need you to put your legs down, Jay.
Yeah, we don't need to see all that. I'm with you on that.
I need you.
I'm with you on
Every time I
that.
look at
I'm
least
with you. I don't need your. I
why,
don't need your
why,
legs
why you looking at my
exposed.
legs, bro?
Yeah,
Why
your legs
I can't
exposed.
kick back in my?
bro.
Why I can't kick
I ain't
back?
trying to
Why I
change.
can't kick back in my own space, bro? I'm over here, bro.
at
Don't look at my
least
pelvic region.
move your camera up.
Yeah, move.
Don't look
That's
at my
what I'm
pelvic
saying.
region.
Something, bro. I ain't trying to look at your crotch all day.
Nigga think he on Meagle.
Whoa.
Nigga think he on Omegle.
He on
man.
Uvu.
bro.
I got my
Like
X Games
picked up
mode.
right now.
What you got for me?
To bring it back. I mean, for real, 2020 is one of them years, bro. You gotta take the pain. You really gotta laugh through that shit. Like, it's one of them times where you're just like, yo,
I'm sick of coping that way.
Yes,
I'm sick
bro.
of coping that way.
Same. But it's like, yo, if I sit in this way too long, bro, this is gonna be like,
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I'm sick of that.
I don't know.
Why we're enduring the most darkness of this year, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just like you can tell that's how everybody in our community goes through shit. We just laugh, bro. Memes is gonna fly. Niggas is gonna make jokes. But at the end of the day, man, we are fucked up in the head. Like, the shit is like, it's tough.
Okay. Like, yes, I don't disagree with anything that you said, right? But I just feel like laughter weighs so much more than pain. Like, to genuinely be able to laugh at some of the things that we truly laugh about, it makes the pain not hurt as much. Yes, it still hurts.
For sure, yeah.
Yes, it still hurts. Yes, but I feel like that's the essence of our culture that I love so much. That we can literally not necessarily move on, but we can make light of a situation that literally tears us apart at the core. And we have literally, I feel like if it wasn't for the laughter, like a lot of our icons, a lot of the people that have impacted the industry, the world, and by making the world laugh, we wouldn't have them. We wouldn't really be able to say, you know, Kevin Hart does XYZ across the world. Bernie Mac impacted the world so much. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith for a stint, even though he's not even looked at as a comedian, he made us laugh through some of the darkest of times. Like, just imagine, you know, Biggie dying, Pac dying within months, and these shows are in their prime, and they still have to make us laugh. And it's just like, this is what we can go to. This is how we cope. This is how we can cry without crying, cry without the pain.
And this the thing with it too, like, it just shows how strong we are, and it's what they don't want us to do, you know? Like, situations like everything that's going on, especially for like the Black community, dealing with you know, Jacob Blake, dealing with Breonna Taylor, everything in the recent months. And for them to still see us, to still find ways to smile and laugh and to keep pushing, the opposition don't want to see that shit. They don't want to see that happening. So for us to do that is just very, very strong, and it keeps us with the upside. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment that we lose that is the moment we're really in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. I'm scared. I'm scared of the day that we truly stop laughing.
Like Darian said, like, for the title, you know, as soon as you started talking, Don, I immediately thought of Drake's verse in Is There More? Still I rise, Maya Angelou vibes, from life's coming at you from all angles and sides, and they don't want to see you smiling from inside. It really boils down to how you plan to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there, how do you plan to survive? Are you going to survive by moping, being down, being sad, or are you going to smile? You're going to pick yourself up. You're going to laugh your way through it, because everything is only temporary. Hard times, tough times, they don't last. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's power. Like, what these artists give us, what Chadwick gave us, what Bernie gave us, what all these artistic creators give us, bro, is the opportunity to keep pushing forward and to not dwell, but to enjoy the positive moments, recreate those moments.
It's definitely important to, in a time like this, especially in our culture, it's just to try to disconnect from negativity, even though it's all around us. Be deep into yourself, connect with nature, read a book, do something, you know, because the world is deteriorating right in front of our eyes, and there's nothing we can do about it. And as soon as people realize that, I feel like the more people will be happy. Don't be surprised at what the fuck's going on with this Jacob Blake shit. We know how crooked this fucking police is. No matter how hard we fight, they're going to do what they want to do at the end of the fucking day.
And I'm going to say something too, because I know people's different mechanisms and people's different thoughts on social media. Like, you know, Ty just deleted his social media. Don is not on Twitter. Ion stays on Twitter because Twitter is what makes him laugh. And let me say this, like, I did something last summer for my growth, and Ty can probably attest because he was around me every day. Last summer, I was the best I ever been. And what I did, I didn't get rid of social media, because at the end of the day, social media could be a tool for positivity if you use it correctly.
Oh, for sure.
You learn how to filter.
I tell people that all the time.
You got to filter the negative shit out. You can filter the word killing. You can filter the word police. You can filter anything you want that does, so it will never pop up on your timeline and stuff. You know, my challenge to our followers, challenge to y'all, you know what I'm saying, just recreate the things that you are looking at and make sure that you are putting positivity into what you see, because what you see is what you feel. And I feel like that's major. Like, I started doing that this morning. Like, if you follow the Shade Room, unfollow that shit. You follow all these like gossip and all these negative pages, delete that shit. If there's a bunch of people posting negative things that you don't want to see, mute them so you don't see them on your timeline. You know, you got to be able to create that positivity in your life. You know, positive affirmation is huge. Take care of your mental health. You got to be able to speak and manifest the positive shit that you want to see in your life, because if you just keep looking at the negative, it's going to bring you down more and more and more. And Black people in America right now are drained. We're fucking drained. We are drained, and we have to do our due diligence and do our self responsibility of allowing ourselves to pick ourselves up and being there for one another and being accountable and recognizing when other people are in the same way. You know what I'm saying? Just a little pat on the back goes a long way. We have to pick each other up to help ourselves and what we're going through. You know, our allies, they got to do their job in making the change happen, because we can't make change on our own. We can't make the change at all. We said this week in and week out. There's nothing else that Black people in America could do but keep Black people up. That's all that we can do as Black people. All we can do is keep each other up, keep everybody in high spirits, and just pray and hope that our allies are doing their side and actually making the change happen, because they're the ones that this shit is happening in the first place. Without them, this shit don't happen. So in order for it to change, they got to make that happen. Not us. There's not much we can do.
This nigga trying to go for 50. I hear you.
Facts. This nigga
Hey,
dangerous.
that might be a 36 trip dub.
Off rip.
Yep.
Nigga, we just started. That's all
I
we
Shout out to the
swear.
Lakers, man.
That's what I'm saying. We 12,
Shout out to the
12
Lakers.
minutes.
Shout out to Ty for that 50.
And this is before I ain't even speak. So
12,
you know it's
12
good.
minutes in. 12 minutes in.
12 minutes
Niggas going
in, that
crazy.
man already got 10,
Already
10,
got
10.
What I tell y'all this morning, man? What I tell
Sheesh.
y'all this morning, man?
I hear you. All right, what you got?
Hey, man. Go ahead, big dog.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
Just be mindful of the energy that you put out into the world. It's very easy to put out negative energy, being that we're all filled with it at this time. Just be mindful of what people are going through. I see a lot of people backtracking on their statements about Chadwick Boseman when that photo came out. That's why you be kind. That's why you always be kind to people. It's okay to joke with your friends every now and then, but I think that's another underlying lesson in the Chadwick Boseman thing. You never know what people are fighting. Everybody has their own individual battles. Everybody struggles day to day to fight those battles, and you never know how close someone is to giving up on their own battle. So just be mindful of the energy that you put out there in the universe, because right now, as a whole, as the Black community, there's a lot of that orbiting around us. And a lot of people are looking for us to fold. A lot of people are looking for you to fold day to day, but you continue to go. Don't really know how spiritual the people who follow us are. But it's funny because I'm grateful, and I can only speak for myself. I'm grateful that I'm a believer, because there was times this week where I looked around for something to latch onto and I had nothing. And that's not saying that I'm in one of those dark places where I'm starting to question life. No, it's just this week was rough. Jacob Blake, someone whose name doesn't need to be mentioned, who walked by police officers with an AR-15 and made it home to sleep that night. All of that anger, that rage that I felt, because people were trying to justify what happened to Jacob. All of that stuff is heavy, and I think it's okay to admit that things are heavy and things are weighing on you. But like I said, it's just because those things are weighing on you don't mean you throw them on other people. You don't do that, because you've been fighting for a certain amount of time, but you have no clue how long other people have been fighting. And you have no idea how close they are to giving up. And you have no idea whether or not the energy that you give out can push that person over the edge to quit. You just don't know. So just be mindful. Be mindful of, like I said, just be mindful of what you put into the universe, because it does have an effect on people. It does. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Speaking that Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in power. He was fortunate enough to play a role that will have him stamped in history forever.
Several.
Several roles.
Several.
But one of the most important was, in my opinion, was the Black Panther role.
Yeah.
T'Challa. Being able to play that role, being an inspiration to younger kids. I personally was never into superheroes like that, but I knew only one. And that was, for me, that was Green Lantern. The only person I knew, because I wasn't into superheroes like that, but I knew the black one. So now that you have Black Panther, played by Chadwick, and then for it to be what it was as a movie, to be that good and to show that, like, yo, this is, like, it's tough. Like, and
It felt real.
it did. It felt real, which is why a lot of people, after the movie, grown-ups included, started hollering Wakanda forever. It was like, it almost seemed like an escape.
Shout out to Kendrick for that album for the movie too, because that alone, that music as well, to go along with the scenes.
He said,
Oh no, no, that's crazy. My shit froze. No cap. I was like talking, and I was like, everybody just froze in their position. I was like, whoa, that's bad.
Bro, the timing of that,
That timing was perfect.
The timing was like, Reek said something about Kendrick.
I thought you was about
Kendrick
to.
album.
I thought you was about to get on for saying something about Kendrick.
He's gonna go crazy.
Oh no, I was just talking
I
about the
was like,
album.
whoa, that
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's what. Where was I? Yeah. Wakanda forever. It felt like an escape.
It was like paradise.
Like if there was a perfect place for, there's a perfect place for Black people to go.
It was Wakanda. That's crazy.
It's our ideal place to get away.
Yeah,
Not mine. It's
yeah,
too hot.
everybody rich. Everybody.
What?
I mean, there's medicine.
It was hot. It's too hot.
It's definitely hot. It's probably a little bit too hot for me.
It was hot. Them niggas was hot. Them niggas was
shut
hot.
up,
No,
that man was wearing a robe the whole time in Wakanda.
I know he was sweating. That's what I'm talking about. I know he was sweating.
It couldn't have been that hot.
I would probably be the ones who lived up there in the mountains.
Facts.
Oh yeah, with the little snow, yeah. And they was on that joint.
Oh yeah, and I cannot leave Chadwick Boseman, Anderson, South Carolina. That's Anderson, South Carolina.
Oh God, stand up, South Carolina, stand up,
South Carolina,
stand up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That's a South Carolina legend right there, man. But rest in power. Thank you for what you gave the world. You won't be forgotten. That's for sure.
All right, I got a question, bro. Wait, anybody else got something to say?
Damn, we can't go. We can't vent. You don't want to let me vent. Like, come on, bro.
No, I want y'all to vent, but I want to put something on y'all spirit before y'all. All
right,
vent.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I like how you put
it.
Pause.
Yeah.
Don't put nothing on me. Go ahead.
I said on your spirit. I said on your spirit.
I don't care. Go ahead.
Your spirit.
That's even more important. Don't put nothing on my spirit.
Yeah, don't put nothing on my spirit. You ain't God. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What you got?
Like we sitting here venting, right? And as I'm looking out onto the beach, I see this kid that's flying a kite.
You lying?
It's a kid flying a kite.
He black or white?
Black.
You lying?
Little black kid on the beach right now flying a blue kite.
Where he flying?
With a tail on.
Where he flying?
He just flying the blue. I don't know. He probably got that jump from Target, Walmart, Publix. I don't know. He just flying a kite.
Target, and Walmart.
Look, let's not do that.
Target and Walmart. Right. And I'm from South Carolina. Target and Walmart.
Man, Walmart. Like legit. When was the last time we was literally carefree to fly a kite?
Probably his age.
I would get frustrated.
To fly.
How is that supposed to help me vent? How is that supposed to help?
But listen.
I seen this kite. You had a carefree spirit, like
that's gonna make me cry.
This kite. Look, I seen this kite get low, get high, but that kite stayed flying. The wind not blowing that hard. I ain't seen him run with the kite not once. But that kite been in the air, bro. And he been carefree. No, he been carefree this whole time flying this kite. And I'm seriously just sitting here like, bro, when was the last time I was just like carefree and just not mad at the world, not doing nothing, at peace flying a kite?
This weekend,
me and Darren,
you was on a boat, Don. Yeah, I'm sure you felt pretty carefree
all the time.
Hold up. Go ahead.
But you gotta come back to reality though.
Yeah, of course. And that little kid gonna continue to fly his kite. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's like I tell Darren all the time, bro. That the older you get, the more you understand the world, and the more you understand the world, the more you see the evil that lives in it. You see what I'm saying? It's a reason why they call.
That's why they say.
I ain't even gonna go there. I'm gonna keep it off of that. But the more you see the evil in the world, man. And
yeah, what's it called? I was listening to the JBP, and he was talking about, there's a blessing in being ignorant. It's like to not understand. It's a privilege to not understand how shit works. Because the moment that you do, it ruins everything for you. Because it's like, damn, like I ain't know it was like this. For real, it's like I ain't know. And when you start to realize and the world really starts to paint the picture and show its true colors, and everybody like starts to show their true colors, and you look at everything else, you're like, damn, like the shit that I felt, the most attached to, the shit that I felt was real. It's like, damn, this shit ain't what I expected at all.
Shit ain't real. It's not real.
It's not real at all.
It's not real.
Go ahead, Darren.
You realize a lot. You realize the world don't care
At all.
If you're a caring person, you realize they don't care. And teachers were right. Parents was right. Everybody who told us that the world
don't give a fuck about
you. Unforgiving, bro. They don't give a damn.
They were right.
The world will move on.
They're right. My dad told me that shit all the time growing up. I'm trying to prepare you for the world because the world don't give a fuck about you. He used to tell me that shit all the time. And I'm like, damn, like,
yeah.
I don't care that much about the world right now. I don't care that much about the world right now. So it was like, shit, I'm playing my game. I'm carefree. But once you get older and you out there. And you start to see that. People don't mind sticking a knife in your back to get ahead. They don't mind. That shit, or 7 warning shots because they scared.
What you got, Darren?
Man, it's I was talking to, how you gonna give yourself props? Shut up.
Y'all didn't hear it.
I was talking to Iron earlier this week, man, and we was FaceTiming, and he told me, he was like, man, I ain't seen you this sad in a minute. Cause this week was the devil, man, I swear. And that's funny, y'all was talking about as a kid, you don't know. Growing up in church, my dad would always tell me that the devil's there. The devil worked hard against God's people. So I've always been privy to the knowledge of the world, just from a spiritual standpoint. But
kingdom.
Yeah. How we're all taking a break coming up this week, next Friday. I knew last week I knew something was just gonna make that week a rough week. I knew it. Monday, I woke up and I said, this ain't gonna be an easy week. And so my little sister's birthday, shout out to Layla. She turned 9 on Tuesday. And I was talking to her, called her on FaceTiming, and just seeing her, how she's grown over the past couple of years. And as the oldest brother, I've seen everybody grow older. The one under me, he's 21. My little sister, she's 18 or 19 now. The one under, he's about to be 18. So everybody's growing up. And Wednesday, I woke up and my mom had posted on Facebook all the pictures of my little sister because that's what she does for birthdays. She does a little montage.
Mom time. Mom time.
See, that's how you're supposed to let it happen. You're supposed to let it happen like that. Yeah, write that down. And it was Wednesday morning. I saw that, and I sat at the table, and I cried for about 5 minutes, and it was a combination of the joy, the happiness of seeing her and her innocence of being 9 years old and growing up. And then the other half was frustration and anger. I told y'all before, when it comes to cops, I don't fear for my life. I fear no man. That's me. I can't speak on nobody else. I'm not afraid. The situation with James Blake, is that his name?
Jacob Blake.
Jacob Blake. It's one of those situations, and it was the same with Tory and Meg. It was the same with whatever the other thing that we talk about. I don't like to hop on the anger train right away, because if I hop on the anger train, there's no stopping it. I'm going to be pissed. There's no coming back from it. So what I like to do when situations like that, I like to step back, even with the George Floyd. I like to step back and assess it. Step away from myself and try and assess the situation. So I did that with this past thing, and it kind of brought my anger down somewhat, and I was okay. Then the clip came out of Buddy walking through the crowd of people with his AR.
Carefree,
walking through, talking to the cops throwing him bottles, this, that, and the fourth.
Saying we appreciate you. Thank you for what you've done.
Yeah. That brought me back up. And I couldn't stop the train. So that Wednesday, it was a combination of all this. And then thinking, my little sister, my little brothers, they see this. I know they see it because they have access to everything. Kids these days have access to all these things. Comparing it to when we were kids, 9/11
Just
happened.
being kids.
But things happened, for me at least. 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
The DC sniper happened.
Yeah.
Things like that. But even in those things, it wasn't an attack on
You
someone
personally
like
as a
me.
kid. Yeah.
It was an attack on our country. It was an attack on, people. But my siblings are watching things like this. And it took me back to Wale when in his last album, or his last EP, I think, when he dropped it. He said his daughter, he was just trying to get his daughter to watch something on TV, and she saw a man get killed.
Yep.
And so just all this emotion, all this mixture of happiness and pain and anger and frustration. I have Zoom meetings every morning with my job, and 7:30, 8 o'clock every morning. And I get on the Zoom call, and everybody's like, "Hey, how was your weekend?" Everybody's like, "Yeah, my weekend was great. Did this, that,
fucking
and the fourth."
happy, right?
And I'm like, I'm pissed, but I can't say that.
Say it.
I can't.
Say it.
No, I can't.
Say it. The only reason I say it one day is to see what their response is.
See what their response is.
But see, look.
Keep it subtle. Keep it subtle.
I know their response.
And that's the sad part. That's the sad part, because you know their response.
Their response.
That's the real sad part.
I've been working with these people for a couple months now. I know what they're about, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was on a call for it was everybody who'd been hired this year, talking to the owner of the company.
Only black person, right?
One of two. It was probably about 50 people. It was one other guy. That's normal. I'm used to that now. Sad part, I'm used to that. The owner's talking, she's da 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 da, and the industry that we're in construction, we're what makes America great.
LOL.
And I said, I know this bitch did not just say that.
LOL.
She goes on to say, da 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 da. Where what makes this land such a great land? Da 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 da. And they had a Q&A. They had a Q&A at the end of it all. And I promise y'all, I was about 2 seconds from asking her, what is this company? What is the stance that they take? Da, da. But again,
You know the answer.
I know the answer, and
They gonna dance.
I got bills. I got bills. So
you got stuff you gotta do, bro.
you know what I mean? So, but it's like, man, just all this built up. And then Ty, when you came in the chat saying, man, I don't know about this. I don't know. I can't focus. And you hit that on the head, G. I could not focus this week one bit. And I'm working. And it's just like in one ear out the other, in one ear out the other. And it's like, I can't focus because all this emotion. And every time I get that way, I go back to what I was taught when I was a little kid. And I'm so blessed. I was talking to my dad. About it. He was telling me about the concerts after he watched the live. He was telling me all the concerts he went to: Sade, Michael, Prince, this, that, and the fourth. And I was mad at him. I'm like, yo, like, you knew the greatness of all these artists, yet you held that from me as a kid.
Share with you.
And every time I do that, he says, what are you doing Monday? I said, I wake up, go to work. He said, oh, you got a job. He said, you got a degree from where? I said, VMI. He said, oh, okay. You married, right? Happy? Yeah. He said, oh, okay. Bottom line is, the things that he taught me when I was young have made me who I am, got me to this point. So anytime I'm mad, anytime I'm frustrated, pissed off, whatever, I go back. The Bible says, look up. Look up to where your help comes from. My help comes from the Lord. And I promise y'all, man, I don't know how people get through life without hope. I put no hope. I put no trust. I put no faith in man, because I know man is fickle. We can't be relied on. And then even in talking to Ian about Chadwick Boseman, he said, man, I don't know how much of a believer he was, but I have seen it through his life, what God has done. And then the clip came out about him talking about what God does for him, this, that, and forth. So to know that tomorrow is not promised for nobody. Hug the people you love. Tell the people you love that you love them. Don't give up. As bleak as 2020 looks, man, every day we wake up is a blessing. As crazy as 2020 has been for all of us, everybody in this group has gone through something crazy in 2020. Personally, we're not even just talking about the regular life. Personally, everybody in this group has gone through something in 2020. Stay grounded. Don't give up hope. What you have, even at your worst, what you have is better than somebody's best. Look up. That's where your help comes from. Stay focused. I'm proud of this group for being open, man, because it ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. I'm proud of y'all, man. These last 19 weeks, it's been helpful. It's been helpful. I got my best friend. She here in the other room, and even then, having this group has helped me in the past 20 plus weeks. So I'm grateful for y'all, man. I love y'all. Y'all have those of you who weren't my brothers at the beginning of 2020 are now my brothers. And my circle's small. I tell y'all that all the time.
Teeny.
My circle's small, and it got smaller this year.
Facts. Shots. Facts.
No shots. It's reality.
Come on, dog.
It's reality. It's reality. But even then, that's what I'm telling you, man. Even in the things that go on, God brought you all into my life.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm proud of y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate
It's
y'all.
it's crazy what you was talking about when you were talking about, tomorrow's not promised, hug on those you love. Because I was literally I was through all this going on, I was literally writing this in the song I recorded the other day. I was talking about, if you love me, yo, just say it to me. And if you care about me, then pray for me. If something's on your mind, then relay it to me. Because you don't know if you'll have another day with me. And that's just as real as it gets, yo. Like, we often tend to take a lot for granted because we are in a tough time. And we forget about the little things that makes life what it is. Everything ain't glitter and gold. Everything that is shine ain't a diamond. Shout out to Brent for that magical line. But yeah, like those little things, just being able to tell people that we care about them, tell people, yo, I love you. Yo, give me a hug, bro. I care about you. Shit like that, we often take for granted. And I feel those are the things that really, really keep us up. Those are the things that makes it easier to have hope, because you always should have hope. But sometimes there are certain things in your life that you need to appreciate in order for that hope to be stronger, because if I'm just sitting here and I want to have hope for myself and I'm trying my best to have hope, and Ty comes in here and just gives me a hug, but like, bro, I love you, G. That shit right there is gonna make my hope, my ability to have hope grow. Just because of that little bit, that hug is gonna just take me to another level. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we need to do more, especially as black men. Black men need to be able to do that for each other, do that with each other, in order for us to have even more hope. You know what I'm saying? And especially not even for black women, we need to do that for our black women more than anything. Because, they're at the bottom of the barrel as far as how everybody views the world. They look at us as danger, but they look at them like the shit on the bottom of people's foot. And we need to give them that sense of hope just as much, because they need that shit as well. And, I just feel like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm about to say, but, that's basically where I'm getting at with.
Triple dipping. Toss it to Reek. Go ahead, Mr. Ford.
Hold
Go
up.
ahead, Mr. Ford.
Go ahead,
Boy,
Mr.
this a buffet, ain't it?
Yeah, we ain't heard from you yet.
Sunday special. Shit.
This nigga been talking about food all day. Jesus Christ.
And I'm hungry as hell.
Oh, wait, before you go, read. Look, man, I'm over here starving. This nigga over here an hour late because he over there grubbing and shit. Like, damn.
At Metro Diner.
Yeah, like,
Ouch.
we hungry. Like, nigga, we trying to get out too.
Ouch. I'm
My nigga had them French fries at the beginning, though. He ain't hungry. We saw he was
hurt.
munching.
All I had was coffee,
Go ahead, Mr. Ford. What you
a
got?
banana.
Gio.
You got your bananas, bro.
Honestly, bro, like this week
fucking
is
fruit,
really
y'all.
bad.
Chill out.
Yo.
I hate y'all.
Go ahead, big dog.
This week alone has already just pretty much been enough for me. To start, I'm gonna go back to what Nas said. Hold each other accountable, dog. Like, no matter how many people you may have, like, would you just take that responsibility to hold them accountable for something? Like D has his best friend I, he has his wife as well, he has his parents. Even if it's just one person, like, I know for sure, I got my cousin. My cousin Mo, we go back and forth all day, but at the end of the day, we got each other back more than anybody. Like, that nigga feel like he can't go to anybody else, that nigga know he can come to me to talk to me about some shit, whether he want my opinion or not, I'm gonna be there to listen. Like, one of the biggest things that hit me this week was that looking on social media, as much as it sucks, if you're from Richmond, we got this page called Murder Inc. Richmond.
Facts.
That shit is sad. Like,
Shit.
niggas scroll on that shit every day, and you see that, you instantly know it's about to be something bad. There's no reason. Like, we had 9 homicides in the past 10 days. The past 10 days, 9 homicides. Literally, just alone Thursday, I scroll, I see, it's a shootout at McDonald's on Mechanicsville. 2 hours later, it's a shootout at 7-Eleven on Azalea. Like, that shit sucks. And to know when it comes back and you look at it, that shit, they was all black. And it's black on black. I'm like, damn. And a time like this the shit we still doing. Like, right now, with everything that we have going on, this is what we're going to continuously keep doing. It's like every day more and more I start to realize, and as much as I tell people this and they be like, it's never like that, I relate life to anime so much because it's such a big comparison. For anybody who's ever seen Naruto ever in their life, they will understand that shit. Anything that them niggas talk about, the situations that you go through, I bet you there's at least one character you can relate to in that show. I bet you, I guarantee it. Not one person in that show had a perfect life. Them niggas went through some shit, and that's real life. The pain that you go through, you can't avoid it. There's something you're gonna have to deal with at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, if God gives you another day to breathe, take advantage of it. Whatever you can, make the best of that 24 every day. Like, pain is temporary. May last an hour, may last a day, maybe in a week, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be over at some point. So you might as well get through it, keep living, and find the best out of whatever you can. Take advantage of what you got.
They lost.
Do y'all? Oh, go ahead, Ty.
No, what you got?
Yeah, no,
I was about to say, do y'all really like? I feel like we often overlook, but like, do y'all really realize how good togetherness feels, yo? Like, how good when we all come together for positive shit. How, like, forget everything else. This week was fucking horrible.
Trash.
Personally, I had a fucking horrible last week. Like, I cried Tuesday night, Wednesday night, last night. Niggas been in tears about a bunch of shit.
Saturday night.
Yeah, bro. Saturday night in here by myself. Ty was
Damn,
gone.
Ty.
I was here in my room, took a nap at like 7 at night, cried, went to sleep. Woke up.
That was good sleep. That was good sleep on.
It was great sleep, bro.
That was
It
good
was
sleep.
a great nap.
Come on,
Hey,
dog.
But like I was saying, you know, togetherness, like that, despite how horrible this week was, Friday night, we got on IG Live. We had that battle, and that shit felt fucking great.
It was great.
All of our people was on there. It was just a bunch of love, yo. Despite the reckless shit that I was saying out my mouth, I had a blast. You know?
I said despite. What?
Can we shout them out?
You know?
'Cause I don't want to do it by myself.
Like,
Nah,
but yeah, like
did.
just that feeling of like all of us coming
good.
together for something positive, for something joyful, despite the horrible week we had. Like, I guarantee you, a lot of people on that live probably had just as bad as a week as we did, and their night was probably made. Their week was probably made just off of that, the vibes that were given,
I was going to get to that.
laughs.
Like the fact that I feel like we created something organically with that. I mean, of course, we got the idea from Versus, you know, and shout out to Swiss Beats and all them, but to create our own vision in our head of what we want for that show and then bring people into a free show every Friday to just kind of just listen to music and have fun.
Movie scenes coming soon.
Yeah. It feels good to give people that energy, you know, that they're looking forward to something every Friday. I mean, not just our podcast, but they're looking forward to like what's the next Versus. Like my sister was asking me before we had this past Friday, like,
do next?
yo, like what y'all about to do next? Like, yo,
You
what's the
gotta
next
figure
one?
that
Like
out.
people are actually looking for it, and like in a time like this, people are looking for anything just to feel good on, man. Like,
Bro, the best comment that I saw from Friday that we had, literally, I seen 2 to 3 girls say, honestly, y'all really just made my night with this.
Facts.
I was sitting in the house, bored,
Not
with
doing
nothing
that.
else to do. Y'all just
No
made
moves.
my night. Like,
I'm in here going
no
crazy.
matter whether they like the music or not, whether it was the comments that had them weak,
Nigga.
all that matters. We made
I
their
was
day.
trying my hardest not to read the comments, but y'all
Nah,
niggas was
fuck all that.
yeah, them comments
Nah,
is
bro,
out
you
of
got
control.
it, bro. You had to read the comments, man.
Reckless.
Told you, bro, if I'm not performing, the comments is gonna be crazy.
Speaking of verses, I'm gonna go through the list. So we did have a versus last Friday. All right, so we're gonna hop into the pod now. I appreciate everybody, Vin. I appreciate you.
Well, hop into the pod, boy. We been pod. Where you
I'm
at?
just saying, but you know, I'm gonna try to bring it back. What time we looking at, Darian? I'm gonna try to catch
And it don't even matter.
45.
45. That's right.
Says the nigga that was an hour late. Shut up. Yeah, it does matter. Shut up.
Yeah, like just
Hurt.
What's it called?
I'm hurt.
We had a versus.
Hold your ass at the beginning of the pod. Shut your ass
All right, let's
up.
go.
I'm hurt. Oh my gosh.
So we
My
had a
feelings.
versus, and we won 14-5-1. The one that we had a draw, I really don't think it should have been a draw, but it's okay.
What song was it again?
It was a draw.
one of
That was
them
a draw
days.
for sure.
One of them days versus Candy Rain. Come on,
Yes,
now,
that
bro.
was definitely a draw.
Yeah,
Just
that's a
one
draw.
of them
That's a draw.
days. Come on, bro.
All right, that's fine. He
It's
started
about
off
what
with real,
resonates more, man.
he started off with real love. Started off very strong. So you can't
No.
touch Mary.
Oh no,
Sorry.
he didn't
started off
start
very
off. He didn't start
stupid.
off strong. He started off hot.
He started off stupid.
He was baking
So
3,000 degrees.
it did for real love. He went.
Stupid. Start off stupid.
He went.
Oh
he
my
went.
god.
Look. So first off,
He on X Games though.
Wait,
Oh,
bro.
y'all have to chill, bro. Y'all gotta chill.
No, we
Y'all have to
don't.
chill.
No, we
Y'all have to
don't.
chill.
All
No.
jokes aside, shout out to. Can we shout them out, man?
Yeah, shout
We
out to
did
Shout out
already.
to Wine
We
Name
I
Name.
did on
did.
Twitter.
Shout out
I
to
did on
Lou.
Twitter. I did on Twitter.
Yeah,
I did.
relax. They got
Don't
us
give
out.
free
Yeah,
promo.
shout out.
We gotta give them their proper because
Nah,
I
fuck that,
felt
bro.
bad.
We can't say we can't give out free
felt bad.
promo.
I felt so bad that
They
story was
challenged
like that.
us. What you mean?
And then on top of that, we were killing that man in the comments terribly.
Put it like
Murder.
this.
Though,
Kill each
don't-
other in the
don't pour
comments,
rose
though.
on
Let's not
us.
act like
Murder.
hold on.
If you pour wine
time
over
out.
ice, if
He
you're
killed
pouring wine over
himself.
ice,
Hold on.
You're
No,
pouring
he
wine
had
over
ice cubes
Time out.
in a
out.
wine glass.
Time out.
Stella Rosa.
The watermelon
What are
juice.
you doing?
Time out. This is the thing. It don't matter who it is. We gonna kill anybody that steps to us anyway. We kill each other as much. So if you coming into the arena, be ready to get killed. Point blank. Period. Ain't no
with no
Talk your
ice.
shit, Don. Talk your shit,
Don't
Don.
come with no ice.
It's for
Don't
real.
come with no ice.
It's all
He was
trying
trying to
to
numb his tongue so he wouldn't have a list. As
Yo,
much.
relax.
Oh,
Come
all
on.
right,
Come
all
on.
right. We outta here now. We outta here.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
We're out of here.
That was
So
Trotman.
we did.
You taught me that, Don.
We did win
I've created
14-5-1.
a monster.
We did win 14-5-1. It was a great battle. I will try to get our second half on our page.
Great.
Yeah, we showed out for sure. We showed out.
My
The list
parents had a
was
good time. My
magical.
parents checked in this time, and they had a really good time.
Ty Mama checked in, but she had to comment of the night, bye.
Nah, we out for
Hey,
Comment of the night.
hey, shout out Ty's mom, bro.
Your new name, Untitled, nigga.
Oh,
Yo, can we make
my
that?
God.
Can we
That's
make
his
that the
nickname.
episode cover?
That's your nickname. Untitled. That's you.
That's who.
No, that's Ty's nickname
that's
for
Ty,
sure.
Untitled.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
boy said, that boy Mama said, Ty was made to this song. And
He
I
was
named
named,
him.
though. He
after
And
was
then
him.
double
named
back
after
and
this
put
man.
it in the comments.
I
Double
And then put it in
named
the
him
comments.
after-
Double back.
That was a
Double
double
back on it,
down.
said he
Oh
was
my
named.
God. I was like, no, not the name.
My
So
parents
Not
were
the
dying, bro.
It was
name.
written by
My
Nas.
parents were dying.
for the future, we're gonna try to switch it up this time. So we saw something on Twitter. I wish I knew the girl's Twitter so I can actually shout her out. But there was a lady on Twitter. She said it was a picture of who was it? The two mamas that everybody know. That's everybody mama in every movie, and she retweeted.
Loretta Devine and
Angela Bassett probably.
Angela
No, it
Bassett,
wasn't Angela
probably.
Bassett. It was
It wasn't Angela?
It was the other
Loretta
one.
Devine and what's Boo name? Cause she played the mama in Blackish.
Yes, that
She
one.
played
Yes.
the mama in
Yes.
one of them Tyler
Oh,
Perry.
Tracy
yeah,
Ellis Ross?
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
No.
She played
No.
Anthony's mom,
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Wanda.
I know.
Oh,
Wanda. Yeah.
Gar.
forget it.
Like, we got
Gardner-
Google.
Gardner-
Like we don't have Google. We don't have
Yeah.
Google. Hold on.
So it was pictures of them two, and the girl retweeted. She's like, "Look, this is the idea. How about we do a versus, but with scenes?"
Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis.
Jennifer Lewis.
So we saw that, and immediately we put it in the chat. We was like, "Yo, this would be a good idea." So for our upcoming battle, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take 20 of Denzel Washington's best scenes. 20. It's gonna be the same rules. Keep it at a minute 30. Got to cut it off at a minute 30. 20 of Denzel Washington's best scenes versus 20 of Samuel L. Jackson's best scenes.
Oh
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I
it's
thought
gonna
we
be
was
nice here.
He said,
Wait. I thought we was doing Denzel versus Will first.
They
Nah.
knew better than to do that.
No,
they
that's
knew better
smoke.
than to do
That's
that.
smoke.
That's not
That
happening,
is
sir.
smoke.
We doing
And
Will
I
versus-
love Will, but no.
Will
That is
versus Jamie.
smoke.
It's Will versus Jamie.
So look, so
What?
we got Nasir and we got Darian. Nasir is gonna be Samuel L. Jackson. Darian's going to be Denzel Washington. What's the score? What's everybody's score? E, what you got?
A
E,
lot
what you
to
got?
a little.
What?
A lot to a
Denzel?
little.
What? Are you crazy?
A lot
Denzel,
to a little.
Y'all disrespect Sam, man.
Oh, hey, hold on. What you got?
15. I got 14-6.
14-6? Okay. E?
Denzel, by the way.
Frank Lucas. 14-6.
14-6? Okay.
That's alpaca.
Donna, what you got?
Oh, Jesus. Reek, right now it's about how much faith I have in you.
You don't have none.
With Samuel L. Jackson. Now, because I don't know how well your movie
I don't have a life, so I watch movies all day.
Man.
Yeah, like how many scenes does Samuel L. like iconic scenes?
Samuel L. got some
Don, let me give you some faith real quick. There's a reason. I'm the one that went back and said, no, don't do Will, do Sam. He's a better competitor. So for me to know that,
that's because Sam been in the game for a little minute.
Can we get the score?
He doesn't get the credit he deserves.
He don't. I'm gonna go 12-8 Denzel. And the reason I'm gonna say Denzel is because personally, iconic wise, I think Denzel has more iconic scenes. Samuel got some scenes now. Don't get it twisted. Samuel he ain't gonna lay down, but I think Denzel edges him out because Denzel has more of a catalog of movies that people know than Samuel L.
I'm gonna go 11-9 Samuel.
See, that's sucker. That's a sucker.
You
go 11-9. To go to jail, you want to go home?
That's the one right there. Oh, bro.
I'm sorry. I personally, it's like a few scenes. It's like a few scenes that's just unbeatable for both of them.
What's
both of them have
unbeatable
just
for Sam? What's unbeatable?
Time out. Wait. I will tell you. No, you're wrong. What's unbeatable for Samuel L. Jackson is The Incredibles.
Darian.
The Incredible scene for Samuel L. Jackson is undefeated.
No, that is not the only. That is not.
What other does he have? Because Pulp Fiction's getting beat. I promise you, it's gonna get beat. But what else is gonna? What else does he have?
Let's just stop it right there. Let's just stop it right there. Just stamp it. We'll wait for the battle. We're gonna wait for the battle.
What?
Yeah, he has an iconic
scene on
Captain America Captain America the Winter Soldier.
That's a loss. Don't worry about it. Let me ask you a question. Real quick. Question.
You better use snakes on a plane.
You better.
Oh, for sure.
Here's a question. Here's a question.
Let's try not to talk everybody. Go ahead.
Here's a question. Would you say that Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction is his best two? One of his best two?
scenes?
Yes.
The Ziegler scene for sure.
So let me ask you this: does that beat Denzel's best two? No, it doesn't. I'll answer it for you. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
So, all right. So all right. Let's set some parameters. I don't want to see Training Day. The whole
fuck out of here, nigga.
No, you got to use some scenes.
Training Day has.
Okay, all right,
like
all right.
You are playing that.
Hey, Don, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, we did. Hold on, wait. We did set parameters though. We said 2 scenes per movie.
2 scenes per movie.
2 scenes per movie.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to. 2 scenes per movie.
2 scenes per movie.
Which I feel like that
it benefits Samuel.
It benefits Samuel very much. It takes away from Denzel's.
Niggas forget about
Denzel's
iconicness.
Nobody.
Do you
know how many people?
Put your list together, man. Just go and put your list together.
You know what's gonna be a good scene battle though? Coach Carter versus Remember the Titans is gonna be a dope ass scene battle.
Oh my God, Denzel has that beat.
What?
Denzel has that beat.
Nigga, have you watched Coach Carter?
Remember the Titans beats that every time.
Many times.
You're tripping.
Coach Boone, come on, bro.
I'm talking about scenes. I'm not talking about movie. I'm talking about this
Coach
scene.
Boone.
Coach Boone. I'm not gonna hold you. If we talking Coach Carter, when the nigga got up and he started spinning, and that nigga said, "Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate." Oh yeah.
That's not fucking Samuel L. Jackson. That's him.
It's because of Sam.
That's his acting.
But we're talking Samuel L. scenes. Is what we're talking about.
It's basically Samuel L. quotables. It's Samuel L. quotables, basically. Samuel legit, like Darian said, Samuel's 2 best quotables don't beat
All right,
Denzel's
y'all
2
giving away
best
too much
Forget
of
quotables.
the
about
game though.
Soul
So that's
Man.
what I'm
We
saying.
gonna let
So that's
Rick
what I'm
figure this out.
saying. It's
I
just,
got
but
you.
Niggas
that's
forget
what I'm
about
saying.
Soul Man. That's cool.
Placement. Hey, wifey.
Sucker, motherfucker.
Him and Bernie. Y'all forget. All right.
Yo, all right, stop. We good.
Nobody
we good.
forgot.
Just put
Nobody
your list
forgot.
together. You ain't gotta explain to us.
Nobody
Ion, what's your
forgot.
score? What's your score? What's your score?
Denzel and Samuel.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll cover you. Go. Oh, you didn't
God,
move.
you're not moving yet.
Let me know when you move.
Let me know.
Nigga, just turn
I'm
your
about to say,
camera
you might as well just look at her. Look at her
Nah,
before
this is
she
fun.
moves.
Shut up. This is fun.
Honestly, I'd probably say
Go ahead.
14-6.
14-6, Denzel.
14-6.
I'll take it.
Denzel.
Okay. All right. So
Hey,
now
but
that
listen.
we got the scores, we're gonna set the date.
We gotta figure out how to do this. So it's gonna be a little while for
Yeah,
that
but
shit.
like, how y'all gonna do this?
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
since we don't
Told you how.
have since we don't pod next week, you might as well have like basically a 2-week prep.
On the 11th.
It's not about the prep. It's about how
September 11th.
exactly
It's about
you
how
wanna
it's
make
gonna be
everything
done.
flow.
All you gotta do is literally prop your
What are you
phone up
talking about?
on your
Yeah,
nightstand.
I'm kind of
have it
confused.
facing the
I'm kind of
TV.
confused now.
Sit in the middle.
Or
talk
just
to-
do like this.
No, you don't even gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that.
Yeah, like that. No, like don't do it like that. It's gonna look
Or
bad.
you
No,
could just
it's
play the.
literally-
Or you could just play
This
the
how
audio.
it's go. You sit right here.
You can
sit
always
right
just play the audio. If
Nah,
it's an
because-
iconic scene, off
You
of the
gotta
audio alone,
have
you
a
know what
visual.
movie
You
it
gotta
is.
have a visual.
But you know what movie it is off
Because
of
the facial
audio
expressions
alone.
and the visual is everything.
That's the whole
Yeah,
point.
the audio might work. Audio might work.
No.
Audio is audio
Nah,
test
it's a
iconicness.
movie. That's the point. It's a movie. You're
Okay,
supposed to see
okay,
it.
then y'all can prop it. Y'all can prop it where it's facing the couch
It's like
and have
this,
the TV
literally
there.
like this. You talking right here, blah blah blah. Say something. All right, bet. Now I'm about to play the scene, and you move out the frame. You play the scene behind you. That's
For
all.
sure.
Just make sure it's connected to a speaker so you can hear it loud though.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you know I got the speaker.
So all right, Ion, I would like to formally apologize to everybody on this podcast. I'm sorry. I forgot who LeBron James was.
What?
Oh yeah,
Damn right.
Ain't no
I
way you
do
thought that.
apologize. I do
Ain't
apologize.
no way you thought that.
I do apologize. I mean,
You
I
just
was
won in 2000.
I was riding the train for a little bit. You know, I believed in Damian a little bit too much. You know, I had faith. I thought they would stay hot.
He said he was riding a train. Reek said, yo, hey, yo.
Ride the trade.
But they did win 4-1.
Ain't popping up.
It was a good series. It was a good
It was
series.
what?
It was a
You
good
said it
series.
was
It was a
what?
good series.
You said it was a what?
Anthony Davis showed that he's a grown man.
Sorry.
Oh, that nigga's not playing.
Did you-
Hey, no, shout out to Melo though. Shout out to Melo.
Big
Cause,
shot.
ain't no-
You know, that's
Alright, so-
one hell of a performance, man.
Let
I
me get this off, bro. So one, this was not finna
Ty.
happen, bro. This was not finna happen. I'm sick of the people that's saying shout out to Melo, like Melo didn't already been doing this.
No, we're saying that because of he wasn't in the league for a while,
Nah,
bro.
stop. That's because the league had something against that man. I don't care what you say. Melo ain't never not been able to hoop.
They told him he couldn't start. That's why.
Melo ain't never been able
I
to
see
not
it.
hoop. He ain't never been there. So I'm just like, I'm sick of people saying shout out to Melo like it's not in Melo DNA's a snap. We still talking about this man. What dropped 63 at MSG? 63 at Madison Square Garden. Ain't a whole lot of people.
Wasn't it on the Heat?
What?
Wasn't it LeBron's Heat?
No.
The year they swept them in regular season?
No, I think it was Chicago. It might have been Chicago. No, it was Chicago.
It was the Bulls.
It was Chicago.
It was the
But-
Bulls. It was like a Christmas.
But come on,
Same year, though.
Mellow dribble, drop step, pull up, mid range. It's not guardable. It's not guardable. I haven't seen him get stopped yet.
Melo's iconic also for just pulling up to the three, give you two dribbles, slow dribbles, and just yank that
The
shit.
problem why Melo didn't work out in OKC was because Melo ain't catch and shoot. That's never been Melo. Melo ain't no give me the ball, catch, shoot. He had to develop that. He only had what, a year to develop it. But it was just like
he had 10 games with Houston.
10 games in Houston. He was the man out, cop out. But I'm just saying, Melo gets catch and shoot. Melo, come on, bro. Melo hoops. Go ahead, Darren. I'm not surprised by Melo within this whole series. Not at all.
It was 62 against Charlotte. 125-96 home victory over Charlotte.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
Just
Appreciate that. Yeah. Clarification. Yeah.
What year was that?
62 in MSG.
What year was that, Darren?
15, probably.
2014.
Yeah, that was the year he won the scoring title, I believe.
Yeah.
Same year they swept the Heat in the regular season.
Are we going back in good time, bro? What we talking about now?
Yeah.
You the one brought up Melo.
I'm a Knicks fan, bro. No. Hold on.
Melo is now.
Melo still hoops.
I'm a Knicks fan, and that's when days were glorious for me, and I was happy. I haven't had a year like that since. Let me enjoy that moment, all right?
Yeah,
it's hard being a Knicks fan out here.
You real sad right now. You real sad.
Do you know how it felt to fucking draft Kevin Knox and pass up on Michael Porter Jr.?
I'm a retired Bulls fan, so I feel your pain.
You know how that feel?
The Knicks ain't been good since the 90s.
The Bulls ain't really been
early 2000s.
too great.
The 90s.
For a while.
So,
on another note, for the
On
rest
another
of the
note.
playoffs,
go ahead.
So the Lakers move on. They will either be facing the Rockets.
OKC at Houston.
Both of those in the 5.
Hey, let my man get his sports takes off, man. Go ahead, Mr.
It ain't nothing for us. So pretty sure everybody in here has the Rockets winning the rest of this series. It's now 3-2.
Oh yeah, Russ came back. It's raps.
Then you have the.
Hold up. 1 second. Nigga, Russ shot 3 for 23 last game.
He's rusty. He been sitting. He been sitting. You still not gonna, that's what I'm saying. But you still not gonna leave Russ though. Point period.
Sure. The only reason that game went the way it did is because they what's his name got thrown out.
PJ Tucker.
No, and
Dennis Schroeder.
Yes, that was the only reason the game went.
Why is PJ Tucker so angry?
He's an angry individual.
He's gonna be angry next series.
He got that dog.
Super angry.
He got that dog in.
He can't get his kicks like he wants to.
This gonna be AD next week on PJ Tucker.
He got that dog.
Rocking that nigga to sleep.
He got that dog.
Hold on. Go ahead, Mr. Ford.
So yeah, the semifinals. As of today, the semifinals have begun for the East.
Yeah.
The Celtics versus the Raptors. I believe they are.
That's gonna be crazy.
Them by 20.
54-40.
Who right now?
Celtics are up 54-40.
14. Yeah, I have Boston winning.
I have them winning in 5 or 6.
Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5. Okay.
It's gonna be a Celtics Heat Eastern Conference Final, man.
4-2.
You got the Heat beating.
You got the Heat beating the Bucks?
Yes, most definitely.
Yes. The Heat might be the most slept-on team in the playoffs right now.
Bam Adebayo.
Bro,
that's all I gotta say.
They have a squad.
Adebayo.
And Jimmy Butler can play how you want to play and talk to people how you want to talk to. Because people disrespect Jimmy Butler a lot, and he's been balling.
Nigga,
Duncan Robinson.
Hold on, I watched that game that what's it? The Bucks versus Magic. No. The Bucks versus Magic. When I say Giannis looked like a man amongst little ass boys,
because the Magic don't have nobody that can check him.
Nigga.
Period.
No.
Miami. Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
Listen,
that's gonna be interesting.
Bam.
And Jimmy Butler's getting buckets. They call him Jimmy Buckets for a reason, nigga.
What else we got? That's it.
Utah, and the Nuggets.
Yeah.
They play today.
We misspoke on that one.
Well, hey, that episode ain't come out. We ain't even gotta say we most.
They both
we ain't gotta talk about that.
Listen though, they both gonna give LA a problem next round. Either one.
Clippers.
Utah or
you talking about the Clippers?
Yeah,
you're talking about the Clippers.
No, the Clippers.
Oh,
nigga, the Clippers win. Did they?
No, they. It's supposed to be they close out game tonight.
They come on next.
But Kristaps is out the rest of the season though. So
yeah. Hold on.
I don't know. Luka might go for 60.
He's not gonna go for 60 in back-to-back
That's-
games.
Has Kawhi been on Luka like the whole series?
No.
Or they had PG on
No.
him?
He's been switching off.
They had Pat Bev on that nigga.
Why is Kawhi not on?
Pat Bev hurt too, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm about to say
Pat
Pat Bev
hurt,
hasn't
bro.
played the whole series, bro.
Pat hurt.
Pat Bev hurt.
Pat hurt.
What's his name? Reggie Jackson.
Jackson.
That's what it was.
Has been
That's
They've
taking
had Paul
Luka.
George with him, I thought.
No, it was
Regardless,
Reggie.
Luka has been getting
Reggie.
buckets. Doesn't matter.
nigga.
Doesn't
They need
matter.
to go ahead and put Kawhi on that.
Luka's
They
been
probably
getting
will tonight.
buckets.
They probably will tonight.
just to close out.
Got to.
But I feel like they about to have an unsung hero. I feel like it's just
Hold
about to be a magical performance from somebody else.
Reek,
Curry,
you still
maybe.
you still confident in the Clippers going all the way?
They're gonna. You don't think they're running into issues
No,
next round?
not you.
No.
No, I'm asking him a question.
You muted, Reek.
I wasn't saying anything. I'm still confident in the Clippers.
You don't think they're gonna run into
Seriously?
problems?
Their biggest problem is right now.
You think so?
Seriously?
Have you not seen Jamal Murray?
Or Donovan Mitchell.
And
You
on
have
top
to-
of
you
that,
have to-
have you seen
what
Rudy
you have to
Gobert
realize-
playing lately?
What you have to first of all, I'm never worried about Rudy.
Bro, it don't matter.
Please stop.
The Clippers
Stop.
don't have any big men.
Zubac? He been
Zubac's not sitting in no paint with Rudy Gobert or
2010.
So
2010.
Here's
He
the-
a walking
here's the thing,
2010.
Here's the thing you're not understanding. With this, the Clippers' biggest problem, what you just said, right? Their biggest problem is their big men. The Clippers don't have big men. Look at who they're playing against. A team that has nobody on the floor that's shorter than like 6'5", besides Seth Curry, right? So when they get to Utah and
cooking.
Utah wins, who's a guard dominant team, that's easy. That's easy to defend. You're not worried. I'm not worried about Rudy. You can have your 15 to 18 points. Cool. But Donovan Mitchell scoring 30 to 50 points a game, that's all I got to worry about.
The Nuggets, the Nuggets are gonna be playing better. And they have Michael Porter, they have Jamal Murray, they have Jokic.
I feel like the Nuggets versus LA would be more of a problem than Utah versus LA.
Yeah, I also agree. I think the Nuggets are gonna be an issue.
Did you say Porter?
Michael Porter?
Y'all forgetting about Joker. Y'all forgetting about Joker.
Nah, I
now.
ain't.
I'm not,
He's the one that causes the issue.
Yeah, he's the real
He's the
problem.
one that causes
Michael
the
Porter,
issue.
I'm not worried about Michael Porter.
That 2-man game they be playing
Nah,
is nuts.
Michael Porter actually might get Paul George or Kawhi put on him, and it'll be a bad show for him.
Pat Bev is not staying in front of Jamal though. I'll tell you that.
No,
Nobody's
Pat
standing in
Bev.
front of Jamal.
Jamal Murray is an issue, an
That
efficient
nigga's a
issue,
problem.
a walking efficient issue.
Whoever
Like
wins
it.
the West is winning the whole thing. That's as simple as that.
Oh, easy. Nobody in the East can play with the West.
Fuck no.
Nobody in the East can
The
play with the West.
Celtics.
They're not big heavy.
The Celtics what? The Celtics what?
Even when the Celtics run into the Lakers, they don't have the big
Guard
Who's
heavy.
your who's
Guard
who
They
you
don't have the
picking?
bigs.
D, who you picking to close the game for the Celtics?
Kimba. Cardiac Kimba.
Over Jason?
Cardiac
Sorry.
Kimba.
That's a good
Cardiac,
choice.
the Kimba step
Cardiac
Oh my God.
Kimba.
That's
Over
a-
back.
Jason?
Kimba step
that's a
back.
good choice. That's
The
Over
a-
Young
Kimba
Tatum?
step back.
He just hit a
What?
mean 3 to go into halftime at the buzzer. That's cardiac. That's what that nigga does. He does that.
Over
But nah, I
Jason
still got the
though?
Lakers winning. I still got the Lakers.
Yes,
Um,
nigga, over Jason.
Lakers in 4.
All right,
Nah,
so
I'm
for
gonna have Jason take that shot.
the last 10 minutes, what y'all got, man? What's heavy on the hearts?
Bro,
Yeah.
I thought we spoke on that. I don't want to go
I'm
back
about
to
to
that
say,
place.
come on, heavy. I'm not trying to. No, I don't want no more heavy.
I don't wanna go
nothing.
back.
Listen,
Something happened.
hold on. One thing sad, not really sad, one thing informative. To anybody out here watching that has allies or has close friends that are allies, send them the video from Jane Elliott. The Jane Elliott video. I don't know if y'all ever seen this video. Jane
I
Elliott,
watched it.
she's
I've
a
watched
she's
it.
a white woman, and she basically was speaking to a crowd of white people, and she spoke to them and asked them this one question, one powerful question that can give you so much insight to how bad shit is. She asked everybody in the crowd, would you want to have your life like a black man or a black person in America? Would you like your life to be like that?
It's kind of sad, bro.
Raise your
Yeah, I
hand.
seen that shit.
Raise your hand if you would like for your life to be like that?
For her whole
If I-
career, she does
If
that though.
if I was white, I'd want to be black.
I would too. Being black.
I mean,
is
I
fun.
think it's been
No,
evident.
That's just
A
me.
lot
not
of
be
people try
black.
to-
Be
A lot of white people
treated.
emulate us.
Be treated as a black person.
Listen. I was telling the other group of friends the other day, man. It's a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse, because I wouldn't want to be anything else but black.
Ever.
Being
Facts.
black is great. And I used a shout out Stan Lee and them boys. I used the line, with great power comes great responsibility.
Facts.
With the responsibility of being black comes the burden of being black, and that's just what God's given us. But at the same time, we've been given the blessing of being black, the culture, the heritage, the just overall what comes from it. So black is beautiful. Be black and proud. Shout out Logic.
Wow.
To me, I'm rooting for everybody.
Shout out
in class.
Logic.
Logic.
Everybody.
I'm
in
about
That's
to
a
say,
Logic bar.
class
That's
to
a
rap.
Logic bar.
I'm about
That's a
to say,
Logic
like-
bar.
Whatever.
That's a Logic
man.
bar. Relax.
Since we don't have any music to get into.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask the big fan in here, Mr. Ford. What are you anticipating with this album coming out from Big Sean on Friday?
Woo.
Possibly better than Logic's album, and that's hard to say.
True.
Oh yeah, he's standing by that. He's
Big
that,
Sean
that's
has
a big
been-
double down.
Big Sean has
Bro,
been.
this single,
Oh.
if the rest of this album is gonna be like the single he just dropped, yeah.
It's over.
But what if it does?
And that
normally
sneak
But
peek.
it's the thing though.
And that
Normally when
snippet.
people drop singles, they're not the best. They're not the best song on the
But
album.
did you hear the snippet though?
No, I'm sorry. That
I ain't even get to
that
watch it
song
yet.
was-
I need a complete surrounding where I'm just focused on that before I watch it.
When dudes drop singles, that's not even the best songs on the albums for the most part, yo.
But
It's just to get you-
a vibe. It gives you a vibe of what that's what, and I think
Yeah.
that's the point. If this album is on track with the vibe of that single and
Then
these
yes.
snippets,
And for all
Yes,
the stuff,
but
he-
it- But and it's just like it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better.
So we hope.
it will.
are you doubtful?
You're doubtful.
I am, yes.
Don,
I am.
Don's a harsh
hold on,
critic, though.
Don.
I'm not a hard critic though. I'm not. I'm really not a hard critic.
Yeah, you're definitely a hard critic. What's Sean's worst album? What's Sean's worst album?
Worse?
Yeah, in your opinion, you can be honest. I'm not gonna be hurt.
Big Sean's worst
Jesus.
album.
Yeah, because I know what you're gonna say.
Was
I
it
know
Hall
what
of
he's gonna
Fame?
say. I know what he's gonna say.
Or no? Hold on. I need to go through this.
What's the
discography.
one?
Ty said
Ty said Hall of Fame.
Hall
on
of
some
Fame.
Stupid shit.
Hold on. I need to go through
Finally
this. All right,
Famous
give me a
was his
second.
worst in my opinion.
Yeah,
Give me a
Finally
second.
Famous was
Finally
that was
Famous
mine.
is his worst.
Finally
Which is
Famous
also-
was
hold on.
his freaking
Hold on.
radio
Hold on,
hit
hold
album,
on,
though.
hold on. But Finally Famous was also his what album?
It was his
His
debut.
First.
His radio album.
It was a radio album, but it was his
Yeah.
debut.
It's still his
debut
worst
which
album.
was the radio
Yeah.
album. And
I
then
actually
after
enjoy
that-
Hall of Fame.
No,
I love
false.
Hall of Fame.
His collab album was his worst. Double or Nothing. That shit was not really it for me.
I don't even count.
What?
Hold on. Whoa,
You're
you got
crazy. You're crazy.
That wasn't really it for me.
My bad. No, I'm
You
sorry.
talking about with Metro Boomin?
Yeah,
That shit was fire.
I won't really.
Yeah,
I won't really
y'all call-
feeling Double or
Y'all
Nothing.
call me a tough critic?
I won't really feeling Double or Nothing, bro.
It's
You
one thing
saw-
to be a
no,
tough.
to me,
critic,
his top
say
two
some
is
wild
I
shit like
Decided-
that.
And Dark Sky Paradise.
You're right. No,
Dark
you're
Sky
right.
Paradise
You
was the
are
one for
right.
me.
You're right. Wait, Dark
I think
Sky
it's his
Paradise
top
was
two.
That
Yeah,
was-
Dark Sky
oh,
Paradise.
oh,
I
oh,
decided
oh,
it was
all
top
right.
two for me too.
Yeah, no, those his
I
top
thought-
two.
I thought you.
I thought it was the other way. I thought it was saying
Yeah,
it was
I'm
the
about to
worst.
say,
That's why I
Oh
was
no,
like,
no.
huh?
Yeah, no, not
I'm
that.
like, huh? Wait, what?
I was about to put my letter in.
I decided it was probably the one that touched my soul the most, bro. That was probably my
Nah.
favorite album.
Probably Finally Famous. Probably was
I decided it's probably the one.
Finally
I
Famous is
was
his worst album.
his first.
That-
Most
like
definitely.
Light. We'll jump with Jeremiah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Halfway
That's
off
what I'm
the
saying.
balcony.
He has progressively gotten better.
Yeah, 'cause I remember when he first came out, I was
with
like,
mixtapes,
oh,
with
man.
mixtapes and albums, he has progressively gotten better. Like just over the course of the new
So
projects.
what doubt do you have with this album?
I didn't. Okay, so like when I listened to the Nipsey song, and I saw that Nipsey was featured, I'm afraid of the features. I didn't look at the entire track list. I don't even know if the track list
It's
like
not
was
It hadn't come
released.
out yet.
Okay, so
It
that's what I'm
hasn't come
saying. I'm worried about more so the feature. Who else?
When
did
has
he
he had a
feature
bad
on here?
feature? When has
I'm
he
not
had a bad
saying
feature?
I'm not saying he has a bad feature. I'm just saying
He
we
don't want to
know
Overshadowed by it.
we know from this battle, we see on Sean on big songs gets carried, especially when he has features. So that's what I'm saying.
Hold
That's
on,
so.
Not,
Wait,
not on
wait,
his
wait, wait,
album.
wait.
Not on his
wait.
album. Never on his
Now,
album.
But now Sean has moved into the realm of not basically caring what people think, and he's going to put out whatever he wants to put out.
But he
When has he got carried on his album?
Yeah, I'm about
I'm about to say on his album he doesn't get
He
carried.
doesn't.
But he rarely has too many features on his album.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so where is that coming from?
That's what I'm asking too, E. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, so out of his previous albums, his lead songs are some are featured songs. I think I Decided was probably like one of the only one that his lead song wasn't a feature.
What you mean by
Dark
lead
Sky
song?
Paradise? He had Drake, Wayne, and Kanye in 3 different features. He didn't get carried on any of those.
Definitely didn't.
But on Dark Side Paradise, Drake
was Blessings.
Drake actually had I thoroughly hate
the point
that
is
song
he's not
personally.
getting carried is the point. He's not getting carried. Now
I'm just more so worried about
he was getting carried.
No, I'm just more because I don't want to hear Sean featuring somebody else. I get the him and Nipsey thing.
When do you hear that on his album?
You're gonna get a Sean and Janae.
That's guaranteed.
Of course.
Oh yeah, that's
guaranteed.
Yeah, that's for
yes.
sure coming.
That's guaranteed.
But
for
I'm
sure.
just wondering like where you're pulling your feelings from is my question. Because if you look back on his albums, he doesn't get carried. I would say the worst feature he's had on an album, at least for me, was No Favors, and that was because it was Eminem. I don't like Eminem. So that to me was
personal feelings.
Yo,
that
we
was
gotta
a personal
get
one.
to that one day.
That's personal feelings.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what features I want though, Darian? When he has those, like when he has the R&B artists on there, you know, when he has John Legend on him, when he has The Dream, Jeremiah,
yeah.
I love those. Those are probably my favorite Sean songs when he has those.
But I feel like those more so are complimentary features. They're not necessarily other rappers.
They're just the chorus. They're just the hook.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I don't, but I feel
he
like
don't do that. That's my point.
Like
you
Memory,
look at the track record.
That was my song right there, man.
Last takes.
My man had Janae and Ariana on Dark Sky Paradise. He was dope.
Shout out to Jasmine Sullivan's track that she dropped.
She did drop a jump. That's crazy, but I just don't.
The lyrics.
Platinum by myself. I'm gonna get that song platinum by myself.
I just don't look.
It was okay, bro. It wasn't what I wanted.
It was the words for me. It was the words.
I'm sick of you saying that shit. It was for me. That was shut up.
It was
the
words.
He's a female, bro.
The lyrics,
he's
bro.
legit a female.
Man, listen.
Look, the
y'all
lyrics.
not about to
blah for me.
On what I say.
What?
Okay?
Shut
I'm
up.
gonna say what the fuck I want to say. Y'all ain't putting boundaries on me.
Hey, mute him, please.
Damn, nigga, calm down, bro. Calm down.
Mute him, please.
Any last takes? Last takes.
You see what happens when you try to go for a tripped up and then people start to get on your back about
this. He start airballing. When the defense really step up, he start airballing.
Wow.
He was shooting wide open. He was shooting wide open J's. Not a defense on that nigga airball.
You had a free 10 points. Now you got some defense on you.
Y'all get mad at me because I'm stepping out of my game. I'm trying some new shit after I don't snap. Y'all get pumping, bro. That's all it is.
Stop pumping. You stop trying to look for the foul. Stop looking for the foul. That's all.
I'm
trying to get the 50 piece, man.
Look, just to wrap everything up. I have no clue what was said, but to wrap everything up, love all y'all. Everybody that's listening, y'all matter. Somebody loves you. Hug somebody. Tell them that you love them. The world is a very, very scary place right now, but we're gonna get through it.
The world is yours.
And be unapologetically black.
For sure.
Oh, you want to tell them about episode 20?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
damn,
talk that.
We getting live.
I forgot about that.
Live,
so
baby.
episode 20, we are bringing a live podcast. So we will be doing it live on air, uncut, whatever. Everybody, y'all can join. Y'all gonna sit down and watch. We're gonna spit. We're gonna try not to do an hour and a half. I'm gonna try to cap it at an hour.
We got Don edging everybody up before.
Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna do it. We can do a little something, man. It's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be very, very exciting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was episode 19 of the Here You Go podcast. We love y'all. Everybody stay safe. See y'all next week.